Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Dudes versus Everything.
I am Dude.
I am Dude too. As always, we are your dudes. We are your hosts.
Dudes.
I am Jesus. Hey. I'm Jesus Perez, and this is
Dude. My name is Deez.
Rudy Robles over there.
This is Rudy Robles.
We have been struggling for the past hour, but we are finally recording, and you guys are financially in.
We're not going to talk about our finances.
Um,
But you know how you could help out our finances?
yeah, you know how you can? Tell us, Robles.
By becoming a Patreon. As soon as you become a patron or patron? Patron. As soon as you become a patron on our Patreon, you can support us from going homeless.
Yes, every $5 a month will be in support of you guys.
Yeah.
Making sure you guys make sure that we're not homeless.
It puts beer on the table.
It puts food, water.
In beer.
Yeah.
In the beer. It's beer money, honestly.
Most of the panhandling change that you hand out on a day-to-day basis out there is probably used for some fucking beer. But no, yeah. Welcome back, everyone. It is another Thursday. Good morning, good evening, and good
Afternoon.
Good afternoon, yeah, I guess. Fucking whatever time you're listening on, even if it's not Thursday night.
I look short in this fucking thing.
Yeah, it's because you're fucking down there, brother.
Bro, I'm gonna be right here this whole time.
No.
Yeah. If you're looking at the video, this is where I'm gonna be at the whole video.
Cap. Today is a little different. No, it's not.
No, it's not. It's the same bullshit, different week, you know.
Yeah. No, we're going to be talking about Chernobyl and the nuclear fucking disaster that it all was. And, you know, a few honorable mentions here and there.
Yeah.
But before we get on with that, our drink of the week this time. I'm drinking this fucking new Cutwater Lime Tequila Soda. It is literally tequila and carbonated water. That's what it tastes like. And I took my Size Fucking Matters gigantic mug and I poured 4 of them into it, and I added orange tangerine Mio and some pure lime juice in it to add some more flavor, because it literally tastes like carbonated soda. Like, you know, it's literally tequila soda. It's 1.5 shots of tequila in the can with fucking carbonated soda. That's what I'm drinking. And yeah, I'd give it without the additives that I added, I'd give it a good 6, maybe 7 out of 10 on the like tequila like seltzer ranges. Yeah. What about you? What are you drinking?
So I didn't get another whiskey this week. I was too bored. I was too tired. So I decided to just go back to.
He's poor.
I'm poor.
I'm poor too.
I decided to go back to the one and only, the old faithful, fucking Mojello. In the Das Boot cup thing.
It's literally a boot.
Yeah.
If you guys have never seen a Das Boot.
Yeah. Look it up. It's like a large cock, honestly.
What?
Yeah.
You're okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. You're drinking out of a large cock.
Yeah.
That's
You're drinking out of a larger cock.
No, mine tells me that cock size matters. Yours is a cock, like you said.
Yeah. Well, mine is more girthy.
Nah.
Yeah.
Mine's more attractive.
I don't know.
Mine's more aesthetic.
I don't know about that one,
Mine's
Chief.
more light skin. Anywho, I hope you guys have all had all you listeners, not all guys, but guys is a neutral term, I guess. Fucking, I'm gonna just stop correcting myself. Dudes, all you dudes is a neutral term.
Yeah.
Been having a wonderful week, right? Yeah.
So Chernobyl.
Fucking Chernobyl. When did that even? It was like 1920 something. No, I'm just kidding. No.
It was.
It was like 1960.
It was April
70.
April 26th, 1986. I'm probably pulling that out of my ass, but I'm going to confirm to make sure. Yo, I was right on the dot. Yeah. April 26, 1986. It happened near. I did my homework. It happened near a city in Pripyat or Pripyat. It happened in Pripyat, and near it, and it was a pretty big fucking disaster, dude. It was just like a regular city. And the nuclear reactor that they had that was pretty much offering like all this energy and stuff for the city. Like the city was booming, you know, they had fucking nuclear fucking...
They had nukes.
Yes.
No. Yeah.
They had nuclear energy, and nuclear energy, you know, besides the whole fucking like meltdown shit, other than that, it's one of the most efficient and... You know, besides it fucking exploding, it's also one of the most safe.
Yeah, nuclear energy is one of the safest forms, and 100% more efficient than any other thing.
Yeah.
Dude, if we can harness the power of the sun, that would be nuclear. That would be fucking amazing.
Yeah, we would be like a class 2 civilization.
Class 1.
Class 1.
We're not even a class 1.
We're not
even a class 1 civilization yet. Yeah. That's fucking embarrassing. But you know, I feel like as a kid, I grew up thinking, or every time I drove past a fucking nuclear reactor or like nuclear, like radio fucking, like, you know, those fucking giant like sites as a kid, you're like, oh, all this steam, like, what could that be, you know? Like those big giant, like, domed titties out there, you know? It's just like, I always, as a kid, I was like, oh, you know, if that thing goes off, we'd all die, like.
Well, I never actually saw one until actually last year.
Really?
Yeah, I never saw one in person until last year when I drove out to the beach here in Washington. By the way, if you're in Washington, beaches in Washington are not beaches; they're just rocks.
A lot of them are man-made. Yeah, so they're not great.
It's just rocks. But yeah, I saw this fucking behemoth of a fucking thing, and like it was just sticking out like a fucking like chode out of the fucking earth, and I was just looking at it. I was like, God damn, like it's crazy. Like that thing's creating a fuck ton of power. Like it's huge. Like it's huge from far away. So I would like, I was trying to imagine like up close, like how fucking tall this thing would actually be. Like it was fucking gigantic. But it's crazy, and it's also crazy to think about. Like if that thing fucking blew up, like everything within a pretty good like radius of it would just get fucked up.
If that thing blew up, all of Washington would kind of be fucked.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, a nuclear reactor, the reactor in Chernobyl, the whole devastation of it, that explosion, that whole incident was more than double the disaster of Hiroshima. The disaster, the radiation crossed over, I want to say it was about 150,000 kilometers. That's how much an incident like that affected 150,000 kilometers. That's maybe around 70,000 miles, 60,000 miles, 70,000-ish. Yeah, 70. I'm not doing my math correctly, but in that range. But, 150,000 kilometers. And it's barely, 3 decades have passed now, and it's barely even, like, visitable is what I was going to say.
So I know that the reason that it is even visitable is because they created a sarcophagus. So it's actually the second edition of the sarcophagus. The first one wasn't so great.
They were like, "Oh, we're gonna fucking, hey guys, we should try putting this fucking. Hey, you think we should put a box over it?" And like they built a box, but that box was like, it might as well have been made out of fucking cardboard. It wasn't even finished.
Yeah, I mean, on paper it was probably a good idea.
Good try. It led to the second one.
Yeah,
which was a few years ago.
Finished. Yeah, they barely finished. I remember hearing that they were about to build it like a while ago, And yeah, they finally built it a few years ago. It's containing everything. However, I did see a fucking like a docu-series about how like even that sarcophagus itself, it still has some issues with it. And what people are worried about is that some of these like nuclear chemicals and all this can still leak into the water fucking like that's underneath Chernobyl.
We'll get to that because there's only like a few reasons that could actually happen, and that's because of the elephant's foot.
Yes.
And we'll get to that when we get to that. But the dome itself is actually really fucking successful at what it's doing, but it's not what I was seeing, and it's like a technicality of a sort because like there's doors, entrances, exits. Therefore, because of these entrances and exits, I was gonna say exits. There's obviously going to be radiation leakage through these openings. Yeah, like it's not you can't. And the only reason that there are, you might be questioning like why even have entrances and exits here in this like gigantic dome of a fucking disaster, and it's, you know, there's still a lot of research that could be done in this site. You know, there's a lot to be learned. Because it's not like every day we're blowing up fucking nuclear reactors.
Well, I know that one of the recent ones that happened was in Fukushima, Japan in 2011. I don't know if you remember that.
That they purposely blew up a reactor?
No. In Japan, in Fukushima, there was a nuclear.
Oh, the tsunami?
Yeah.
I was literally in Japanese class, learning Japanese at the time that I learned that this shit happened in Japan.
Yeah, I remember fucking hearing about it. It was like, it was fucking crazy. I was like, holy shit. Like, you know, it happened in my fucking lifetime. Fucking.
Whose fucking bright idea was to fucking put it on the fucking shore? Like.
I mean, I could see why.
I mean, yeah, okay, yes. There's a lot of good reasons. There's also a good reason to put it on top of a volcano.
Actually, thermal energy.
Exactly my point.
We could harness thermal energy through a volcano. Like if we, because like Mount Rainier, which is here in Washington, for those of you who don't know, there's a huge ass mountain called Mount Rainier. It's
which is also like a volcano.
Yeah, it's an active volcano.
A dormant, active, semi-active dormant volcano.
Like it can bust a nut any fucking time.
Literally, it's waiting to collapse, or the opposite of collapse.
Erupt. Yeah. If that thing erupts, like, fucking, like, and it goes haywire, Seattle's gone.
More than that. 90 knows. It's not 90 knows.
90 no.
No. Seattle is actually quite a fucking far distance.
Even then, like, it's...
But, yeah, like, everything around Mount Rainier, fucking, I think... King County would be affected. Pierce County would be affected.
Yeah.
Fucking, literally.
Fuck Yakima.
I think Yakima would.
No, fuck
Yakima.
Yakima.
Is pretty far away from.
All my homies hate Yakima.
Yeah. I think if Mount Rainier ever fucking blew up, it would. I mean, they'd probably be like, "Hey, you're out of the army. Like, you're good. Like, you just wait outside or something."
I actually, I was on Instagram and I found this one like influencer, and she was from Yakima, and I was like,
an influencer from Yakima?
Yeah, and I was like, ew.
Why was she like? Does she look like Yakima? Like
no,
like you look at her and like, damn,
no,
we're from Yakima.
No,
no,
she's
pretty.
Yeah. She's like a blue-haired, like...
Blue-haired?
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
I thought she was pretty. But Yakima's disgusting. If you're ever in Washington, Yakima is a polar opposite of what the rest of Washington is.
It literally, like the East Coast and the West Coast is. It is.
Yeah, Yakima is basically Idaho.
Yeah. pretty much, if you like potatoes, go to fucking the Eastern Washington.
Actually, the potatoes aren't that bad in Idaho.
I mean, like most of, obviously, the potatoes are mostly from you. You like potatoes, you go to Idaho. No, you like potatoes. A lot of them are gonna be from Idaho.
If you ever seen an Idaho license plate, they literally like have the word potatoes on it.
That's their greatest accomplishment.
Yeah,
I think
that's what Idaho is known for: potatoes.
But no, potatoes are pretty good. Yeah.
High in saturated fats? No.
Unsaturated.
Unsaturated.
Well, yeah,
carbs.
high in carbs. Yeah.
Wonderful for your body.
Yeah. Carbs are actually really good. We're not going to get into nutrition into this episode. But no, Eastern Washington is, it's got fucking Spokane kind of. It's like in the middle, I guess. It's got a good amount of like things to visit.
No, it doesn't.
Besides Yakima.
In my opinion, like once
like
the trees,
cliff diving and shit.
Once the trees start fucking like going away,
the trees start turning into bushes.
Yeah, once the trees start turning into bushes and fucking dirts and fucking hills, you're in the bad part of Washington, bud.
Y'all, what you doing yonder over there? That's not even a ungrammatically correct sentence.
Actually, if you didn't know, there's the most Mexicans in Washington are actually located in Yakima.
Is that a fact?
Bro, I'm telling you, I don't know what it is, but every time we went to Yakima, full of the homies, bro. Fucking, like, I was like, yo, how the fuck did y'all make it up here, bro?
No, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, what the fuck? I get it. You can't. You don't want to be part of Seattle. You don't want to be part of the fucking the cities out there. So you want to build yourself a cheap. Honestly, it's cheap. It's cheap out there, and there ain't much out there. And I guess if you want to be avoided by a bunch of people, then that's where you fucking go. But no, I mean, I wouldn't say the majority of the Hispanic communities out there. I mean, I want to say a lot of Hispanics are out there, but not.
Okay,
I just don't know.
Not the majority, but quite a lot of Mexicans are up in Yakima, Washington. And for all those Yakima homies that are listening, you know. You know.
Hey, if you're from Yakima and you're listening to this, drop a fucking comment in our most recent fucking thing. Show some love. If you're from Washington, period, which I know, like maybe several listeners of ours are from Washington. Yeah. But you know what isn't from Washington?
Chernobyl.
Exactly.
Anime. Hentai.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Fukushima,
yeah. Italy.
What's your favorite food? I don't think I know this. I know we're going off of our course.
Here's
right now,
quick facts moment.
Yeah.
Quick facts.
What's your favorite food, bro?
Honestly, I think.
Like if some like random woman like bought you this right now, like you would like,
That's so hard because I love food and love all of food, and I would just. I gotta say, if she got me.
Like you would marry her on the spot if she got this for you.
So it's not. Damn, I would probably.
You would elope immediately.
I would probably say, oh, I fucking know, because okay, so it's prawns, right? So it's not shrimp, but they're like bigger shrimp. They're the prawns.
Yeah.
Bacon wrapped prawns, right?
Bacon wrapped
prawns, right? With either fucking fajita sizzled chicken with mango habanero salsa on top, or if that's not the meat,
bro, I feel like you thought about this. Like,
then it's fucking a medium rare steak, and for the sides, it's it's fucking mashed potatoes with bacon and cheese, and some asparagus on the side or broccoli. And then for my drinks, it's got to be like a flight of different margaritas. I actually had this the other couple weeks, maybe 2 weeks ago. fuck, I lost my train of thought. It was a flight of different margaritas, and it was fucking delicious. But that would, I mean, it's expensive. But if I had to like say a favorite, like I would marry someone if they just randomly fucking. I wouldn't marry someone, but if you get the point. You fucking get the point. What about you?
I think right off the bat, it's actually a food I haven't had in a while, honestly. Now I'm craving it. Is lasagna, dude. I fucking love lasagna so fucking much. Like, it's just like, layers of cheese and meat, just fucking like thick. And when you cut it, it's like
more lasagna.
Yeah, it's like, bro, like, it's like, oh, it's just one layer. Nope.
Well, literally, lasagna is like layers of shit. Like, I don't even. You could make lasagna and not. I mean, you could fuck it up by not making it like the layers laying on top of it correctly. But you could layer anything on top of the shit with pasta and call it fucking lasagna something.
Bro, lasagna is just a meat eater's cake.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Think about it. It's thick, bro. Like, it's fucking like fat and fucking like, it's got all the meat in it, the fucking cheeses, it's got the fucking sauce in that bitch. Close second for me would be a big fat juicy fucking steak. Like, I'm talking like a big old fucking like a big fucking 20-ounce steak.
20 ounce.
20 ounce. That's more than a pound, bro. That's more than a fucking pound of steak. Just big fucking like meaty ass steak. Like, you cut into it and it's like fucking butter, dude. Like, you've
thought about this too.
I have thought about this, bro. Like, I consider myself a steak connoisseur.
Mm-hmm. No, you put fucking A1 sauce on medium rare meat.
When I know the steak is shit.
Okay.
But when I know that the steak isn't shit, I don't put A1 sauce on that bitch. I consider putting A1 sauce a disrespect to the chef.
Yeah.
Because, like, he put all this time. But if I know that this fucking steak is going to be shit, I'm going to put A1 sauce on that bitch.
Like, if you go to a fucking, like, every old day old fucking regular steakhouse that ain't, top notch, it's going to be a good steak, but it's not going to be the best fucking steak. Yeah. And it's okay to fucking put some sauce on there. But if you go to, like, if your fucking steak is like $100 fucking and it's known to be fucking
I'm not gonna put A1 sauce on that.
Like, you fucking, they're not even gonna offer. They're not even gonna have A1. They're like, can I have some A1? No, you cannot, sir.
Get out.
Get out. Get out of my fucking restaurant. You don't fucking deserve to be here.
I've only ever had the perfect steak in my life once, and it was at this like super fancy fucking like Italian restaurant. I forgot the fucking name of it. It was when I was with my ex, and every time that they have steak available, I always ask for it because I always want to try.
What do you mean when they had steak available?
When I go to a restaurant, I ask for their steak.
Yeah.
If it's like,
did they just like sold out or what?
No. Like, if it's my first time at that restaurant, I'm gonna ask for the steak.
Okay.
Because I feel,
how you judge the restaurant?
Yeah, I feel, me personally, how they make their steak is how I can personally judge the restaurant. That's fine.
That's fine. That's totally okay.
Yeah.
But like so you can continue right after this, but it just reminded me of like, Shelby, fucking the girl I've been dating recently, ish kind of, I guess. She fucking judges a restaurant by their taco salads.
Really?
So the giant tostada.
Yeah.
With like the bowl, and like it's like different fucking things in there, and we'll go to we've been to like 2 restaurants, and like fucking. I literally ordered what I had, right? No, this was a different one. I had something fucking exquisite. Mm-hmm. And then she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna have the taco salad." Like, what? She's like, "Yeah, fucking, everyone can fucking do the other shit, but if you fuck up the taco salad, I don't know why this is not how she sounds like.
That is how she sounds like.
If you want to fucking know. No.
I'm gonna have the fucking taco salad, please.
I'm sorry.
Selby's listening to this. You're just bragging on it.
Continue with what you were saying, though.
Yeah, I firmly believe that, bro, we went from Chernobyl to steak. I don't know.
No, that's cool. We're going to get back to it. We got a lot of time.
Just stick around. We'll talk about it. It's not like you have anywhere to be right now.
If you're listening to us, you pretty much, you enjoy listening to us. So
yeah, continue. So if I'm at a restaurant, I will, and it's new to me, and they have steak available, I'm going to ask for the fucking steak because I firmly believe that if they can cook a mean fucking steak, then I know for a fact that I want to come back to this restaurant and try their other fucking entrees.
Yeah, 100%.
Because if they can cook a mean fucking steak, they can cook a mean fucking anything else. So
a mean fucking anything.
Yeah, a mean fucking anything else, bro.
You want some water? Yeah, just fucking throws it in your face.
Fucking so I always like to have my steak with like a nice drink too. I mean,
what do you mean?
Okay, so think about it. You're having a steak, right?
Yeah.
And depending on the setting, it's all about the setting too. Like, let's say you're at a Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah.
You're not gonna ask for like a fine fucking cocktail at a fucking Texas Roadhouse with your fucking 24-ounce cowboy steak. No, you're gonna ask for a big fucking fat beer that was fucking piss and vinegared out by a fucking cowboy on the fucking ranch. That's what you're gonna ask for.
Well, that just goes with like matching your like if you're a fucking adult, you obviously if you're listening to this, like you gotta fucking know what the fuck to eat and drink with. Like you just can't have any old entree with any old drink. You gotta be able to match your liquors, your soft drinks, your waters. Yeah, there's different. Yeah, exactly. You heard me.
Like you gotta match your palate to what you're surrounded by.
You want you're gonna have a fucking steak. You gotta either have like a nice fucking nice beer, like a deep beer, like maybe a darker beer, or like something like a red wine.
Yeah.
You know?
I was gonna say that.
Yeah, you're gonna have some fucking fish. Go for some white wine, maybe a fucking mojito. You know, like you gotta match it up.
Yeah. I was gonna say that I was at this one restaurant, like an Italian restaurant. It's always Italian restaurants for some fucking reason.
I mean, Italian food is amazing.
Italian is fucking bitching, bro. Fucking quote me on that. Italian is bitching. Fuck.
If we had an editor, that would be above your face right now.
But yeah. So I was at this Italian restaurant and they had steak, and like me always, I always ask for the fucking steak. And it came with a side of the green beans, or the asparagus. My bad.
How dare you?
Asparagus, steamed asparagus, and I forgot what else it came with, but it was good. The steak was great, and I had it with a glass of fucking wine, and this wine was fucking delicious.
Was it a white wine or red wine?
Red wine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like, like they brought the glass, like it was fancy as fuck, like the way they he did that whole fucking like forearm pour fucking bullshit. He fucking did the forearm pour shit. Like I was like, ooh, and like I tasted it, and I was like.
Shit bussin'.
Shit. Like I had the red wine, like I was on a good buzz off of it, and I had the steak, and like it was so juicy, and it was like, it was nice.
Yeah, that's good.
It was like, bro, I could cut into this thing.
I thought you were gonna say you came. Like
I probably did, honestly. But the steak was so great, I could cut it with a fucking stick. That's how fucking like. It cut like butter, dude. Like it was like,
yeah,
it was great.
You don't want to be chewing fucking rubber, like
yeah, dude.
No, all you fucking dudes and women out there that fucking order your steak, well done. You fucking you are
the problem.
You don't deserve steak.
You don't deserve taste buds.
You just. I am sad.
Like you can say all you want, like oh well, I just like my steak well done. I didn't want to taste blood. Fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. Like, there's no fucking blood. That's Literally,
it's not blood.
It's not fucking blood. You fucking pussy. Like, yeah, and like calling you a pussy is a compliment. So no, you're not a pussy. You're a fucking piece of fucking garbage for like thinking that it's blood because like it's not fucking blood. Mm-hmm. It's fucking proteins and like fucking the juices of like a steak. Like it's. I'm not gonna get into the science of a fucking steak. Maybe in another episode. But like, just fucking no, it's not.
Just
fucking
a whole
blood.
hour of talking about the science of steak.
But no, like, pussy is awesome. To be called a pussy when referred to food is not it. So you're not a pussy if you order well done. You're a fucking bitch.
Like it.
And I'm sorry for the language, but you know.
Yeah, no, like it's true. You know what? Fuck you. Like.
What?
Like
I thought you were gonna be like, oh, good, and just like,
no, fuck you. Go fuck yourself. If you have anything other than like, I medium rare and below is where the steak is at.
Below.
Oh,
below.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were like Coke.
If you eat your steak blue, which is like where it's like super fucking rare, and
just
it's like
grab it out of the fucking fridge.
Yeah.
And fucking serve it on
cut the
plate.
fucking meat right off the cow and give it to me right then and there. I mean, hey man, go for it. I like a little bit more flavor than that, but hey, fucking to each their own, you know.
Yeah.
But I like my steaks medium rare, closer to rare, but like I want to actually be able to fucking cut my steak in like half a second and not fucking an hour.
Yeah. But on with the main topic, I'm catching a fucking good buzz.
Are you?
Yeah, I mean, fucking.
Well, yeah, it is 7% per can.
Yeah, it is 7% per can, and this fucking gigantic mug is like fucking about 40 to 50 ounces. Like it holds, and I'm 75% of the way done with it.
Nice.
And yeah, but no, Chernobyl. It started with. This pretty much it was all human error if you really bring it down to
it
like
started off as a safety check
yeah,
at first.
That's where I'm going. Like it's all it was really all human error, and these group of scientists, if it wasn't for pride or what is it like when you get what's the word complacent. There was complacency. And there was pride. There was the complacency. It's like you do this so often. Like this renewable energy, nuclear reactors are so fucking safe. You know what to do. You install these rods. You install everything. There's all these buttons. You go through all this training. It's all fucking good and done. So like, eventually you think that you got it. And then you don't. You know, you start getting lazy. And then pride comes in with like one of the head scientists. There were warning labels. And he, you know, it started with warnings, and the heat kept going up, and all of this could have been prevented if they reacted to the reactor like beforehand, you know, and it's kind of fucked up because there were hundreds of lives affected, hundreds of people died because of this, and. To think that more than 150,000 kilometers were affected by the radiation, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, fucking. I mean,
you wanna talk about how it like went down?
Yeah. So basically, it happened at 1:23. I believe it was. I'm pretty sure it was PM. 1:23 PM. And like 40 something milliseconds. They had it to like the T on when it fucking happened. It was pretty. It was
for those of you that care about like the fucking time. Well, good job on that.
Yeah. I fucking watched a lot of documentaries on this.
So, like a lot of the information will be coming from Robles tonight, and I do have a little bit to add on to it, but.
So it was straight fucking human error. you know, as humans, we tend to get complacent whenever we think that something is always correct, you know?
Yeah.
Like, when was the last time that you thought to yourself that you were doing something wrong when you're driving, or when you're fucking, like, doing something so fucking, like, bland and boring, like brushing your teeth or tying your shoes, you know?
Oh, okay. I was trying to, like, what is he talking about? Okay, I get what you mean.
Yeah, but, like, it's just, like, a mundane task that always, like, constantly happens, that these scientists just went through, that they just became so complacent that they failed to see the error that was about to cause, like, a basically fucking snowball effect of really fucked up shit.
Yeah, one of the fucking world's worst situations.
Yeah, it is one of the world's worst fucking nuclear, like, incidents. Fukushima in 2011 was a second place.
Is on there, yeah.
But it was a pretty fucked up situation, man. Like, a bunch of people had to, like, leave their homes.
I'm sorry. You know how earlier I said Hiroshima?
Yeah.
I take that back.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say I'm like 99% sure that I meant to say Fukushima, not Hiroshima. And that is completely my bad. But because Fukushima, that radiation affected a lot too. And it took a while to be, you know, all fixing that. But I'm pretty sure that's what I meant. So, yeah, back to you.
So it did happen in April 26, 1986, at 1:23 p.m. Pretty much. To paint a picture for you, all these scientists were going through a fucking basic safety check.
Yeah.
And then that's when the nuclear reactor fucking failed.
During the safety check.
Yeah, and like, everyone went into fucking, like, straight overdrive. People were evacuated from their homes.
Well, before that, there's fucking checks.
Yeah.
You know, they do a safety check. And there's like, no, well, you fucking do the safety check over again.
Mm-hmm.
They did this safety check several times. But again, because of fucking pride, they're like, no, there's no fucking way that this could be actually wrong. So before they, like, actually evacuated anybody, like, the incident was already happening.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the fucking, the top blew off before they fucking evacuated anybody. Right?
Yeah. Fucking 3 tests were conducted since 1982, but they have failed to provide a solution. On the 4th attempt, an unexpected 10-hour delay meant that an unprepared operating shift was on duty. This is from Wikipedia, by the way. Sorry. I am,
to word it more correctly.
Because I don't want to, like, botch it up. But during the planned decrease of reactor power in preparation for electrical tests, the power unexpectedly dropped to a near zero level. The operators were able to only partially restore the specified test power, which put the reactor in unstable condition. Mm-hmm. The risk was not made evident in the operating instructions, so the operators proceeded with the electrical tests. Upon test completion, the operators triggered a reactor shutdown, but a combination of unstable conditions and reactor design flaws caused an uncontrolled nuclear chain reaction instead.
Yeah, because for what's the word? I want to say okay, so when they start the shutdown of the reactor, there's a lot more things that go on with that. There's a lot of temperature changes. There's a lot of more. There's a fucking word that's stuck in my fucking throat. That's like, oh man, that's like the starter to this means that. Mm-hmm. But anyway, once they shut down the fucking reactor, they were on a time limit.
Yeah. And after watching a lot of documentaries, like, it's crazy to see how Chernobyl is pretty much paused in time. Mm-hmm. Like, basically, like, 1986 is still happening in Chernobyl to this fucking day. Everyone was evacuated. There are still actually people who are living in their homes near Chernobyl to this day.
Really?
Yeah.
Like how close?
Not close enough to the point where it's dangerous, but
because to this day there's so these people that are living close, I just want to say that they're probably suffering minor radiation over time.
Most likely
more
they're
than
suffering. Yeah. More than likely fucking suffering a pretty good amount of radiation. But they just didn't want to leave because it's their fucking home, you know. So
they must have left and then came back over time.
Yeah. But it's not like super near the fucking like today obviously. Sarcophagus. Yeah. But
because if you're near the fucking sarcophagus, scientists are there, but they got special suits. But if you're there over time for an extended period, if you're over there for an extended amount of time, you're gonna be suffering from what is called radiation sickness, where you start feeling dizzy, you start feeling nauseous, you start getting blisters on your skin. Like imagine being in the sun for a week straight. Imagine going to the beach and being in 24/7 sunlight for a whole week, 24/7. Like you have no sun protection. But instead of being anywhere near the sun and actually feeling heat, it is just the radiation itself. That's what it's like being in there. All you're receiving is the radiation. Sure, there might be some sort of heat, but all it is ionized particles literally shooting through your body, destroying your DNA and your cells. And if you don't know what ionized and non-ionized particles are particles that are able to break down other cells, break down other particles, where the actual atom and nuclear structure of particles starts breaking down. And non-ionized radiation, like normal radiation,
like
that we
radio
receive,
waves, like, or fucking your daily microwave, your phone and shit.
Like that's non-ionized.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, all of that. Wi-Fi releases radiation, but it's non-ionized. Iodized radiation.
Ionized.
If I've been saying iodized, I meant to say ionized. Ionized radiation is deadly over an extended period of time.
So if anyone's actually like looked at like the different fucking animals and like plant life that's been affected by the radiation, it's fucking insane. Like you got fucking animals growing like a third eye or some bullshit.
You got like 3 ball sacks.
You're like radiation is fucking insane. Like
everyone thinks that they're gonna be the next Superman, but no, bro, you're fucking dead. You're fucking dead.
You just got cancer, bro. But fucking radiation is like it's fucking crazy, dude. Like how it can fuck up like anything and everything. And people to this day are still trying to visit Chernobyl. Mind you, it's calmed down a little bit because of the sarcophagus. But before the sarcophagus was made, people were visiting this place. And they were getting a really like shit ton amount of like radiation,
which leads like to people in cults, which leads to people in conspiracy theories, which leads to people dying because they were where they shouldn't have been. There's a lot of people that had visited Chernobyl before the recent times that led to popular comics and popular movies that you might have seen.
Yeah.
If you visited Chernobyl before, it was now, like, you either made it out lucky or you didn't. So, that's that.
I remember watching a movie called fucking Chernobyl Diaries.
Chernobyl, yeah, the fucking horror movie.
Yeah.
Dude, honestly, that horror movie, it felt real. Like, honestly, I knew it was a fucking movie. Yeah. And, like, I knew, like, it was made in a fucking, like, studio or wherever it was fucking shot. Even if it was shot, on site, it doesn't matter. It just, like, I know it's fiction, and I know that movie isn't real. Yeah. But the way they made it, and the way Chernobyl has been, and the things that radiation can do.
Hang on, there's an airplane. A helicopter flying over.
If you can hear the helicopter, we apologize. Yeah. They're fucking not. We live on a fucking military base. What can we say? But no, like, it's yeah, that movie made me it freaked me the fuck out because I saw it when it first came out, and I was probably like in middle school or high school, freshman year. I don't remember when, but it dude, you're gonna tell me that movie didn't freak you out just a little bit?
I actually remember watching it with you when you were living in Darian's place.
Oh yeah, I mean like in the middle of my divorce.
Yeah, like I remember fucking Ted just being fucking Ted.
Was that the first time you watched it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, fucking like it was weird. It was a weird movie. Basically, if you haven't seen it, I'm gonna ruin it for you. But
we recommend it.
Yeah, it's not bad, but it's basically like a bunch of fucking like teenagers or whatever the fuck.
No, they're adults. They're adults.
Like
they go
adults.
out trying to fucking explore this place.
Yeah, and they find this sketchy ass fucking like tour guide that takes them, and then their car breaks down in Chernobyl, and a bunch of like radioactive fucking like zombie people fucking come out and just like fuck them up. And it's weird.
It's pretty, and then it turns out to be that the fucking Russian government is actually already like has this place on lockdown, and then pretty much captures them and then pushes. Yeah, it's a fucked up like story, and I mean it's one of those like middle of 2010s. Who the fuck cares? It's a good movie. I guess it's a good pastime to watch. But kind of for the first time watching it, definitely kind of fucks you up. If you've ever played any Fallout game, like Fallout 4, Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, any of those games, it kind of reminds you of like the ghouls and like the radio ghouls, and it totally fucking gnarly, bro.
Did you say Narnar?
Yeah, fucking say. But no, back to Chernobyl. Like, you okay?
Sorry, the Das Boot. I forgot you can't drink it at a certain angle or the fucking.
Oh yeah, because of the other fucking suck-in. But no, yeah, the scientists, after they failed the safety checks, what happened?
So basically the breakdown of it is that, shit just started fucking up, left and right. Like you said, like they didn't even fucking notify people, so it was a really fucked up situation.
Because you can't. What do you do at that situation? Like, you are like, dude, you're in Russia. You know the fucking Russian government. Like, you fuck up. Like, who's to say that you are not going to be alive the next day?
Yeah.
You know.
Speaking of governments,
we're not going to get to that yet. Go on.
Yet?
Go on. No, not yet.
Okay.
We got to finish the Chernobyl.
All right. So to put it in like the most simplest of terms.
Details.
Yeah. Okay, so well, I already talked about like what happened during. I want to talk about what happened like shortly after.
Well, okay. Well, you can get.
I was going to get into the foot.
Yeah, the foot. After, but before that, okay. So a nuclear reactor has a cap.
Yeah.
Has a literal.
It has a cap of 10 million coins.
No.
Only 10 million.
No, but it's in the millions of pounds or tons. Several 100,000. I can't remember because I'm a good buzz. But no.
By Cardano.
But no, yes. But no, which is ADA. In the cryptocurrency state, but anyway,
actually, it's doing terrible.
So imagine a nuclear reactor. It's a phallic-looking fucking thing generally.
Phallic.
Yeah, it's just fucking. And then at the top, it has a cap, and it's fucking sealed shut. It has actual layers upon layers of it. There's concrete, there's lead, there's fucking all these other things to keep out radiation and to keep the whole thing in lockdown. Well, this whole fucking nuclear reactor and the heat was so fucking pressurized that it blew off the fucking cap. And the cap, the explosion of the cap was so strong that it blew off the entire fucking building. The fucking cap itself was blown off miles fucking away. Okay, now, I don't know if you guys are getting this perspective, but hundreds of thousands to close to 1 million tons of weight being blown off into the fucking sky? like fucking nothing, like fucking Captain America and Superman fighting off, and then Superman killing Captain America, and then Superman throwing Captain America's fucking shield right into the fucking sky. That's what happened. That's what happened with the fucking cap. It blew off, and that's what fucking set it off. And once that was blown off, the first set of radiation was leaked. Once that started happening, it just fucking kept going and building until the rest blew off. And now you got fucking liquid. Now you got fucking ionizing chemicals. Now you got fucking everything going to fucking shit. And then, only after then, you got people evacuating the site. And only after then, you got fucking, like, the state, you know, fucking Russians like, oh, we gotta get people the fuck out of here, you know? Only after that. But this kept going, and the temperature kept increasing. So much so that to this day, the elephant's foot is still hot, still burning. Now, what is the elephant's foot?
So the elephant's foot is a huge amount of fucking like radioactive fucking like waste and just fuck. It's so.
It's like, think of an elephant.
Think of an elephant and its foot.
But like bigger, because the actual size of it
yeah
was probably like, I don't know, 4 times. Like, it's probably the size of an elephant itself.
So the most Russian thing I ever fucking like heard was that the fucking Russians tried to shoot it with a fucking AK-47. Yeah. They tried to shoot it with a fucking Kalashnikov.
I think that's more lore than anything.
No, it's fucking real. They shot it with an AK-47 to see if that could affect it. And it just fucking, it took it. It took it like a fucking champ. And they were like, shit. These fucking elephant's foot can take a fucking Kalashnikov fucking rifle round. I don't know what was going through the fucking Russians' mind when they were like,
maybe we can take it down.
We can kill it with a rifle. Here, take a rifle. Shoot that elephant. Like, what was the point of that? They shot it with a fucking Kalashnikov, which is Russian for fucking AK-47, and I don't really know what the fuck was going through their fucking minds when they did
it. I find that so fucking hard to believe.
It was real. They documented it.
They really fucking documented it.
They shot it with a fucking AK-47.
We don't fucking like radiation, so we fucking, you know what we fucking say? We say fuck you. Fuck you, we fucking shoot you, okay? And and it fucking didn't work. Obviously.
I don't know what the fuck they were thinking, what it was gonna do. They're like, oh, we saved Mother Russia with AK-47.
Wasn't it still part of the Soviet Union at that point?
Yes.
Yes, it was still part of the Soviet Union before then, before it was officially called, you know, the USSR, which is Russia.
It was like the communist Russia fucking.
Yeah, at that point it was still a commie Russia.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I feel like today is, you know, it's still, I mean, it's literally China and Russia are, you know, two super big superpowers on the world that are the two biggest commies of the world right now, that we're like, they're like semi-commie, you know, they're not full communist, and so we're not totally in war with them because, you know, fuck communism, but at the same time they're like, you know, we are still Russia, you know, we say fuck you, so we do what we want.
We shoot radiation with a rifle.
You know?
I don't know what was going through their fucking minds when they shot the fucking elephant's foot with an AK-47. I mean, I don't know.
It didn't fucking work.
Obviously, it didn't fucking work. But if you look up the elephant's foot right now, they have a few photos. In fact, one of the photos I know that the photographer, the scientist that took it, pretty much had a fatal end after taking that photo.
Oh, okay, yeah. So that photo, the people above him knew what the fuck was really gonna happen. Yeah. Because they had photos to that date, like of the elephant's foot. Excuse me. But what made this photo one of the most legendary photos of all time was that this photo was literally at the cost of a life. This man went under, got to take the picture, and immediately left. Listen, he went down, took a fucking picture, and then immediately left. Close enough to have a good fucking picture.
Yeah.
But because of what he did, he died. He was so close and exposed to the radiation of the elephant's foot that he later that day died. Or, soon after died.
Yeah, he soon after died. I don't think it was that day.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, all for the fucking name of science, I guess. I mean...
It was, I guess, for the picture. I mean, nowadays, it's more accessible-ish.
Ish. I mean, it's still as dangerous as it once was.
When he took that picture, it was more like if you were in there for about...
Bro, you look like a monkey.
Yeah, I mean...
From where I'm looking at, yeah.
From where you're looking at?
Yeah, like you look like a fucking... Like that type of monkey.
Like a fucking orangutan?
Yeah.
Like a baboon?
Like if you could classify yourself as a monkey, what kind of monkey would you be?
If I would be a fucking silverback gorilla.
Silverback gorilla? Fucking like walking like...
Yeah, exactly like that. Exactly like that.
Like big old fucking titties.
Big old fucking titties, bro. Like mine right here.
Don't silverback gorillas have like the big fucking foreheads?
I'm not really sure. I feel like they're just like regular gorillas, but with a silverback.
I feel like I'm just a rope swinging fucking monkey.
just fucking. But anyway, like I guess you could say at the prime age of the fucking elephant's foot.
Yeah.
You could only be exposed to no more than 200 seconds of being around the radius of this huge waste of liquid radiation.
Mm-hmm.
More than that, you would literally die. 200 seconds was your cap, and to this day, nowadays you can be exposed, obviously with a fucking suit and radiation suit and protection and all that, and be there for maybe a couple hours. But maybe an hour or two. But you'd have to get the fuck out of there. And to this day, that fucking thing is still hot. It is still burning hot as fuck. And that is why they fear it goes... This is why they fear that it might, keep eating up the concrete, the dirt, and the earth, leading to the water sources.
Yeah. And, I mean, that's going to be a bad fucking time for everyone in fucking, like, Russia. I mean, as soon as it gets to the fucking water system, like, it's fucking game over. Like, it's going to cause a huge fucking, like, amount of, like, radiation, obviously.
The radiation... No, I feel like what you're going to say is... What you're trying to say is it's going to cause a huge panic? No? Or it's going to cause, like... It's going to flood... the water source. I feel like what you're trying to say is there, but it's not.
Yeah, I mean, my monkey brain's fucking slowing down right now. But anyway,
you should finish your drink.
Cheers.
Cheers. Drink your drink. Yeah. But yeah, it like think about it. Concrete is so like there is not many things out here on planet Earth that can literally melt fucking concrete and that can literally melt Earth. But this fucking thing, it is so strong, so radioactive, so hot, and it's still burning. It is still fucking burning, and they fear that it might get to the water source. It might get so down bad that it might affect others.
Lana Rhoades is quitting porn.
In other news, but before we get to that, is she really?
Yeah.
No way.
She's pregnant.
No way.
Yeah, she's pregnant.
Lana Rhoades is pregnant.
Lana Rhoades is pregnant.
Bro.
She's having a baby.
No.
Yeah. Lana Rhoades is pregnant, having a baby, and she's quitting porn.
I loved her videos, honestly. I'm a big fan of Lana Rhoades.
Yeah, I think we all were a big fan of Lana Rhoades.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But besides, like, you know, what do you think would happen if shit got down to the water source?
In my honest opinion, I believe that fucking... I mean, it would cause, like, a bunch of fucking disfigured people. It would cause, like, a bunch of, like, radioactive chemicals to go into, like, different fucking water sources and cause people to have, like, different deformations and different fucking, like...
Like, right off the bat?
Right off the bat. Like, cancer would be on the
For
fucking
sure,
rise. Like... It would just be fucked.
You get cancer, you get cancer, you get cancer.
Everyone gets fucking cancer. Like, fucking everyone would get fucked up. In my honest opinion.
In your professional opinion?
In my I have a degree opinion.
What's that? What's your degree in?
Fucking math.
It's not in math.
Science.
But no, this Chernobyl accident and all summing it up, like, we've learned from it, obviously.
Kinda.
Yeah, and for everyone thinking, or if you've ever thought that nuclear energy was dangerous, it's fucking not. It's one of the safest and most efficient ways of
Except when it fucking explodes.
Yeah, unless there's a fucking tsunami like in Japan, or there's
you can't foresee that.
You can.
You can't though.
You can.
Like,
I feel like you can though.
I feel like
there's
we're gonna
like
get a tsunami in about 5 fucking years.
I mean, you obviously can't predict like a year from now, but I feel like there's like, you know, I feel like there's, I don't know, fucking warning signs or some shit for a tsunami.
Oh, I mean, it's something that you just don't think about, you know? It's like,
what the fuck? You fucking plant a fucking nuclear fucking reactor.
Okay, but you don't think about Sharknadoes. You don't think about Sharknadoes, do you? But what if we had a fucking Sharknado?
A Sharknado.
A Sharknado.
A Sharknado.
A Sharknado.
A tornado with sharks in it.
Yeah, a tornado with sharks. What if...
That's not fucking possible.
How do you know?
That's not...
How do you know? How do you know?
Because they would be fucking dead.
How?
What do you mean how? The
How?
tornado would fucking rip them apart.
No, it wouldn't.
Do you realize...
Bro, have you seen Sharknado 1 through 9?
Do you know that force that you're susceptible to in a tornado?
You're telling me that if a bunch of sharks decided to go into a tornado...
They just all decide, hey,
Yes.
like, hey, fuck, let's leave the fucking ocean and go into this fucking tornado and eat the fuck out of everyone.
Yes, and then they would eat nuclear reactors.
These sharks themselves.
They would become nuclear sharks, bro. Megalodon, part fucking 2. It wouldn't even be Sharknado. It would be Megalodon-nado. Megalodon-nado would fucking destroy the United States.
Listen.
Where we stand. Bro, you wouldn't even see it coming. You would be like in your shower or something. And since there's water in the shower, boom, sharks are gonna come out of your shower
Sharks
head.
are gonna be in my fucking shower.
And they're gonna fucking eat your dick.
I think you're a little off there.
No.
Scientifically speaking.
I have a degree in science.
You have a degree in shit. Like, you don't have a fucking degree. What the fuck? But thanks to the Army and thanks to the benefits of the VA and the medical board process, you're going to have options to go back to school and get yourself a degree.
In science.
Yes. Excuse me. But no, the Chernobyl accident was very, very tragic.
Very, very tragic.
Very tragic. It couldn't have been foreseen, honestly. If I was these, what would you have done? I mean,
motherfucker, what do you think I would have done, bro? There's radiation. What do you think? I'm gonna fist fight fucking radiation.
I don't fucking know. You're a fucking scientist. No.
Fucking like, I'm just gonna turn into Omni Man and just fucking fist fight fucking like radiation left and right. Just fucking. I can't do shit.
I mean, you're right. You're fucking right.
Like, it's like those pictures where like the Earth is fucking getting crashed by a meteor, and people are like, "What would you do?" Like, what the fuck do you think I'm gonna do? Fucking die?
Oh no, the meteor's coming right at us. Oh no, I wish I had a big booty Latina to be with me right next to this meteor crash.
You like big booty Latinas?
Yeah.
Only Latinos?
I mean, no, not only. What about you?
I like the whole spectrum.
The whole spectrum?
The whole.
I'm gonna stop you right there. You can't absorb the whole spectrum unless you're white. No.
I'm
white.
literally absorbing the whole spectrum right now.
Like, you have to be the color white to absorb the whole spectrum.
No, like I'm literally like absorbing white light right now. Like I'm absorbing every single like crystal collecting, like chakra holding, fucking like Sharingan eye fucking having, like every single woman.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like I'm absorbing all their energy right now.
So that would be your non-popular superpower?
Yes. Like I have the ability to have abilities.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
You have the ability to fucking have abilities?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm going to have to cut you off there. I think my non-popular power, sir.
What's your Sharingan, bro?
I say the power of adaptability.
Adaptability?
Yeah, I adapt to any fucking situation ever. So if I'm thirsty, I'm no longer thirsty. If I need to take a shit, oh, sorry, I just adapted.
And if I'm down bad, I'm big booty Latina.
Exactly, like she just spawns and she's there and we both have a good time. Like
I would like to have the power to be able to, anytime that I fight someone, I gain their power level. So kind of like
even
Goku.
if you beat them?
Even if I get my ass fucking whooped, right? And I'm near death.
So you want to be like Goku.
Yeah. So I'm near death
crazy
and
what Goku can do. Like he gains their power level.
So Saiyans have this ability.
Weeb moment, anime moment.
Yeah, anime moment right here. So Saiyans have the ability to where anytime they fight someone and like they get beat, they get stronger. So if like literally a Saiyan were to fight God, they would match his fucking power level after they get fucking beat, obviously.
Which is why Goku has, over time fucking been able to literally reach God level.
Yeah.
God mode, whatever it's called. God level or God mode. But yeah,
like Ultra Instinct.
Everyone's that loves DBZ is going to be like, oh, you got it wrong.
But yeah, I would love to have the power where I can match someone's power level every time I fight them. So like, let's say for example, I fucking... Oh goddamn. Fucking, I would have the fucking power to match people's power and their power level. Think about it. I would be invincible. If I were to fight some random big jacked fucking dude, right? And he whoops my ass.
Yeah.
I would just I would be on the ground just fucking bleeding.
I'm sorry, I fucking failed. And then you get up and then like, I'm now you.
Like, I'm on the ground, like I'm fucking bleeding out. Like this dude just whooped my ass. And then he's about to come and just fucking punch my fucking head in. And then just fucking beep, 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 beep. Like, I just, like, get up, just fucking...
You're like,
like, bro, like this dude, like, just finished, like, beating my ass.
And
but
then
that wasn't even my first
he's
form.
He's gonna be like, Nani? What?
Nani? And then I just fucking get up and just fucking... Just fucking...
What the fuck? All of a sudden you're Naruto and you... What? What fucking universe is this?
Every single universe, bro. If I were to fight Naruto in his fucking Nine Tails form, I would become stronger than his Nine Tails form.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah. And honestly, side topic aside, because we got ventured way off at this point. If you know, I feel like Naruto is a bitch. Or was a bitch. Because, like, or at least they made him look like a bitch. Because,
wait,
like,
didn't he make Hokage?
Eventually. But I mean, like, in his earlier days, like, he could have fucking, like, totally just, like, ripped everybody the fuck apart, you know? But he was like, no,
I don't want to be ninja. No.
No, but... But, you know, here, to sum up some key facts about Chernobyl, if you've made it this far, thank you, if you've made it this far, obviously. So, Robles, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Honestly, I haven't drank much. Fucking, like, this is only 3 beers.
Go get yourself some more while I explain some key facts.
Yeah, I gotta go pee.
Yeah, go ahead. Get yourself a lot more.
No, I'm gonna pee into my cup so I can just re-drink the alcohol I've had, so I can get double the drunk.
Oh,
big brain.
Yeah. Okay. You got like 60 seconds.
Fuck you.
No, like I'm being serious. But no, some key facts to sum this bitch up. The 1986 accident in Chernobyl nuclear power plant in Ukraine, then part of the former Soviet Union, as we were saying, is the only accident in the history of commercial nuclear power use to cause fatalities from radiation. As we were saying, nuclear power usage is very useful and very, very safe. It was a product of severely flawed Soviet-era reactor design, human error, combined with, human error. Much of the underlying circumstances were particular to the Chernobyl reactor and the Soviet government's response. And I'm getting these key facts from nie.org just to sum this up for you, because you deserve it. The key differences in U.S. reactor design, regulation, and emergency preparedness mean that an accident like that one took place in Chernobyl could not occur in the United States. So if you're ever thinking that maybe this accident could happen in the United States and maybe there might be a nuclear destructive reaction, no, I'm sorry, no, that's not possible in the U.S. Apparently, they say, quote unquote, you know. I feel like, you know, if there's still some human error there, I feel like you know, nothing's 100%. But yeah, the reactor built at Chernobyl is a RBMK reactor, which was never built by any country outside the USSR because it had characteristics that were rejected everywhere outside the Soviet Union. Chief among these was its inherent instability, especially on startup and shutdown. Because of the way the reactor used graphite, where American reactors use water, when Soviet operators tried to reduce power, the RBMK had a tendency to sharply increase power production instead. As overheating became more severe, power increased even more. 31 people died within a few weeks of the incident from the initial steam explosion, as we said earlier, exposure to the radiation and thermal burns, and one due to cardiac arrest. In 2018, the United Nations Scientific Committee on the Effects of Atomic Radiation, other known as UNSCEAR, reported that the accident also was responsible for nearly 20,000 documented cases of thyroid cancer among individuals who were under 18 years of age at the time of the incident in the 3 affected countries, including Belarus, Ukraine, and the Russian Federation. This was due to the high levels of radioactive iodine released from the Chernobyl reactor in the early days after the accident. Radioactive iodine was deposited in pastures eaten by cows, who then concentrated in their milk, which was sequentially ingested by children. Radiation eaten by milk, which was then processed by the cow, which was then passed down to the people eating the children, which, fuck them. Everyone was affected. This further exacerbated by a general iodine deficiency in the local diet, causing more of the radioactive iodine to be more accumulated in the thyroid. Both the IAEA and the UNCHR report that the health studies of cleanup workers failed to provide a direct correlation between radiation exposure and an increase of any other forms of cancer attributable to radiation exposures. However, the psychological effects of Chernobyl remain widespread and profound, resulting in suicides, alcohol abuse, and apathy. And last but not least, most emergency workers and people living in contaminated areas received relatively low whole-body radiation doses, according to a United Nations study published in 2008. The study found no evidence of increases in solid cancers. Cool. No liquid. Solid. Decreased fertility or congenital malformations. However, there is some evidence of a detectable increase in leukemia and cataract risk among workers who receive high radiation doses when engaged in recovery at the site. Long-term health monitoring of these workers is ongoing. And that just goes back to how we were saying how people living near there are low-key ingesting or suffering from, higher than normal levels of radiation than you and I.
Yeah, and they don't want to leave because that's their home, that's where they grew up, that's where they want to stay, and that's where they're going to fucking die. That's what they want. They don't want to move. They don't see it necessary, even though that they know that their life is in jeopardy. And many officials telling them that, hey, you're gonna die. But they don't care. They want to stay there. They want to, that's probably where their family was and probably where their family died, and they just want to be there. And I understand, it's probably something with a deeper meaning.
It's fucking stupid. Down to the point, it's stupid. Yeah, emotions aside.
Well, you can't put emotions aside when it comes to people like this,
No, I'm saying emotions aside, technicalities aside, your decision to stay there, health-wise, is stupid.
Well, yeah, health-wise.
That's what I'm saying.
Health-wise, yeah, it's not the greatest.
Yeah, I'm not saying that your choice is stupid. I'm saying health-wise, you're fucking dying over time.
Yeah.
You're more susceptible to cancer. Your family is. You guys are growing up with fucking tumors and everything. You guys might as well just wait a fucking century after the fact, It's only been 3 decades. The fucking Fukushima incident, people are already living back in the area, so to speak. It wasn't as bad as Chernobyl.
But it was still bad, though.
Yeah. But people are already... It's under control.
Yeah, think about it, bro. You have your own place. Let's say, for example, you go back to Cali.
Yeah.
And for some fucking reason, you live next to a nuclear reactor.
There's some nuclear reactors in San Diego and other parts, yeah.
Well, let's say, for example, a nuclear reactor
just
went
something
off.
goes off, yeah.
Yeah. And you already paid for this fucking house. It's your house.
Mm-hmm.
And they told you to evacuate. And now you're living on the fucking, with a bunch of, family homes. Would you not want to live back in your own fucking house?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
100%. But if I've been living life, if I've been away from fucking home for 30 years, me being the man I am, I'm gonna find a way to live as the way I was living within a fucking year or two. Within the first 5 years, I'm back on my feet. But that's 30 fucking years. After 30 years, like, sure, I might fucking visit the place, but I'm not gonna live there anymore if there's still risk of exposure. Would you?
I mean, it boils down to, like, emotion, man. Like, let's say, for example, that's the house. That's the same house that, like... Okay, well, hypothetically. Let's say, for example, that's the same house that your family grew up in.
Okay.
And that's the same house that, hypothetically, like, your parents lived in and now they're gone. And, you know, that's something that you... Like, you can't just leave, you know? Like, you want to stay there. You want to fuck... Like, you... For shit like this, you really can't put emotions aside because you have to understand that, like, you know, some people have an emotional fucking, like, connection with where they reside.
Of course.
Yeah. So sometimes for some people, it's a very close emotional connection that they have with the house because the house is just not a house, it's a home. It's a fucking home.
Yeah, a house is not a house unless it's a home.
Yeah.
I think that's a saying, isn't it? Or a home
Yeah.
is not a home unless... That's some bullshit. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, so, like, you know... So, like, let's say, for example, this home is, like, the same home that your child first learned how to walk in, or like...
So there's a lot of connection.
Yeah, there's a huge...
A lot of strings attached.
Yeah, and, like, you just can't let that go, you know? So, for some people, I understand why they would want to go back.
Yeah, but, okay, you personally speaking, do you think that if you were Russian, and, like, I know that you're obviously born in America, but theoretically or fucking hypothetically speaking, excuse me, if you think that you were that, if, like, put yourself in that perspective, all I'm saying, do you think that you personally, if all that was true and all that you just said, do you think that you would return at one point or not? Do you think that you would go back and live in that place?
Probably, honestly.
You think you would?
I mean, given, like, the correct health standards.
What do you... Okay, so fuck all that. No, I'm talking about, like, science, bro. I'm talking about, like, you live there this amount of time. This is what you're susceptible to. You live there for this amount of time. This is literally what you're gonna get. Cancer and all this after this much time, you're susceptible to this.
Mm-hmm.
Because of your emotions, you would, and your memories, you would still live there.
Yeah. Like, it doesn't really matter, like, what you put in front of me that are the fucking, like, probable causes of me dying. If that's the same home where, like, say, for example, my wife died, or if that's the same home where my children were raised, like, no matter what you put in front of me that can probably cause me to die, dying is a much less scarier reason for me to not live there than to not continue living there and enjoy the moments and the memories.
I think that's really deep. Like, and I am complete opposite opinion of that, because I would not, given, like, if I was, yeah, sure, maybe I fucking had my family, maybe my wife died, maybe my kids died, maybe my entire family and generation fucking died there. Everyone that is me or in my bloodline died there. Me personally, not speaking for you and not speaking for anybody else, but me personally, I would not go back there, and I would not want to go back there. I would miss it, yes, and I would think about it, but I would not want to even bother going back there. And that's just me, because I have a problem with places that I've been to. I have an issue with the places that I've been to. I feel like it has to do with my depression and my anxiety, my fucking, like, mental state, and my mental fucking isms.
Isms?
Yeah.
I
don't like being where I've been, and if there's negativity there. You know, I want to completely avoid it instead of being with it. And like that's not like trying to avoid everything and trying to avoid like emotions. Like, I deal with my emotions. I deal with my things. I confront them. I deal with them. But when it comes to that in this situation, I don't want to feel the pain. I wouldn't want to be there every single day. I would want to move on and experience something new and live my life as every other person in my bloodline would want me to.
I think the best thing for that is something that one of my therapists, not my current therapist, but one of my therapists that told me that fucking honestly changed my perspective on everything, is that if you have enough emotion to feel pain and to feel depression over something and feel sad about something, that's because at one point it made you happy. It made you feel a sense of happiness and sense of fucking like joy. So if something is able to cause you to have depression, it's because at one point in time it was able to cause you to be happy. So therefore, it's good that you're feeling sad about it, because that means that something in life made you that happy to feel sad about it in the first place.
Something in life made you feel a certain way enough for you to be able to collectively feel the complete opposite way.
Exactly. And it's going to stick with my mind forever because it changed my life. It changed how I saw depression. I'd been through some really shitty things.
Me and you have.
But if you really boil it down, the reason that you feel depression is because that certain thing made you feel happy in one point in your life. And that changed my fucking like perspective of everything. And I know I'm probably just fucking like
saying. I get what I completely understand what you're saying. Like, no, it totally makes sense. And like, there's no need for repetition or for you to repeat yourself. But I feel like a lot of people can relate to that and can relate to the things that I've said. Like, for example, like I feel like I always. Not always, but I feel like sometimes every now and then I go back to speaking about my ex and like my Muslim Rican ex, and like like she affected me so much so, and I feel like she saved me to a certain point, saved me so much so from where I was, that feeling that way, feeling happy at the extent of where she made me, makes me feel also the extent to how she made me feel when we ended, you know? Like, you are, if you feel your highest high, you're gonna feel your lowest low. And you don't know your lowest low until you feel your highest high.
Yeah. And
you don't know where you're at until you realize both sides of the spectrum. You need to realize where you're at. You need to reanalyze your life sometimes. And, sometimes that can be a fucking nuclear reaction in your fucking life. Going back to Chernobyl. That can be so catastrophic in your fucking life that it completely changes you.
And you know what? Like, if you feel your lowest low in your life, it's probably because you felt your highest high. And that's okay. That means that you have felt a high in your life. So, accept the lows in your life, because that means you were able to actually live through a good time. You were able to actually enjoy something so great that it affected you in a way that it made a fucking mark in your mind and a mark in your time to cause you to feel sad. So feeling sad about something is okay. Feeling depressed about something is okay.
Yeah.
Because you were able to actually feel that one point in
that
life.
feeling.
Because while every mountain may go up, eventually it has to go down. But that feeling of when you were up is why. So, it's okay to feel sad sometimes.
100%. It is okay to not be okay.
Yeah, it's okay to not be okay. I tell myself that every day because I have a panic disorder, and sometimes I'll feel like shit.
So
sometimes
is that your mantra?
That is my mantra.
That is
okay.
the mantra for you.
Yeah, because sometimes
it is okay
to not be okay.
To not be okay.
And that's okay.
And that is okay.
I tell myself that every single day when I'll feel like I'm having a fucking panic attack or some bullshit, and I feel like I don't know why the fuck I'm feeling like this. I'll fucking take a breather. I'll fucking sit down, or I'll fucking look around and take everything that's around me, and I'll be like, hey, you're not okay, and that's okay. So if you're feeling sad, or if you feel like you're having anxiety about something, that's all right. If you're feeling sad, remember, you feel sad because you once felt happy. So remember that that's the reason. And if you're feeling anxiety, that's because you're worried about the future.
Or the mistakes or affections or effects that you had in the past. I fucking people ask me sometimes, my most closest friends ask me oh, why are you anxious? I'm sorry, I don't fucking know. It's my fucking brain,
Mm-hmm.
I literally have generalized anxiety. I have anxiety all the fucking time, and it's at a different level. Maybe it's at a 0.1, but that 0.1, even though it's 0, there's still a 0.1. It's still there,
Mm-hmm.
It's like when fucking, I can't believe it's not butter says it has 0 fat, but it literally has 0.00 something bullshit, it's 0, but there's still something there, that's what I'm saying. That's a stupid analogy and it's a stupid hypothetical metaphor, but or not a hypothetical, but it's a stupid metaphor, but you know what I'm saying. You guys know what I'm saying. You guys know what we're saying. And this turned into a Megasode because it is a Megasode. And by Megasode, we mean, and I mean, it is more than an hour and we are not.
It's an hour and a half.
Right now. Hour and a half, and we are not cutting this in half. If you literally made it this far, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening, and we thank you. You know what? Fuck you. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Yeah. I don't know why I said fuck you.
Fuck you, but thank you.
Yeah, fuck you, but thank you. And you're fucking amazing. Literally, if you guys need someone to talk to sometimes, hit us up, hit us up on the Instagrams, hit us up on the fucking Facebook, whatever the fucking, hit us fucking up. We literally have put our fucking contact information everywhere. dudesversuseverything@gmail.com or support@dudesversuseverything.com or on Instagram at DVE Podcast, or on Instagram as Perez Almighty or Epic Cool Kid or fucking the Rudy Robles. Or,
Epic Cool Kid is my gaming shit. Fucking
the real Rudy Robles.
The Rudy Robles is my main account.
Yeah, or you could go through our website, dudesversuseverything.com, and go through contact us, and do that. Or you can go through our Reddit, go through our Patreon, go through all of our links. We're all there. We want to talk to you, and even if you don't have a need to talk to us, you got a story to tell, you want us to talk about something, fucking shoot it up, and fucking tell us about it, and let us know. Let us grow the algorithm by telling us about it. Hit us up, please. Respond to all our shit. Comment on our fucking posts. I'm actually begging you at this point. Just fucking talk to us. But no, if you really enjoyed this episode, there's more to come. There's a lot more to come. And
Yeah, Perez will come.
yeah, we're all coming, and we hope that you are. And if you're not, maybe we can
hope you're coming right now.
and if you're not, like if you have a disability with your
and you can't come,
and
it's okay.
yeah, you know, there's therapy for that. There's medicine. There's a lot to do with that. But no. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you all. Thank you dudes of Dudes versus Everything. Robles is trying to check his $100 bills. I don't know why he's doing that.
I don't know.
I'm on a good buzz here.
Yeah, I'm on a good buzz too.
He's on a good buzz.
Um,
You know what? If y'all don't listen, I'm sorry.
Fuck you.
Yeah. We're literally fucking doing this video. Yeah. We're gonna be so fucking like big one day that you're gonna wish that you were part of the fucking.
Invest in DVE coin.
Yeah, DVE coin, which is not a thing yet.
Oh, we can make that thing.
Yeah, we can really make a thing. But
you know what? $1 a coin.
We would have to like make like very little coins.
10 coins.
10 coins?
No,
an NFT.
So I saw a video.
We can get. We can.
No. I want to talk about it now. I want to talk. No, it's too late. I'm already talking about it.
Right, make it quick.
So, I saw a video about this dude who was talking about how NFTs are the most worthless fucking thing known to mankind.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, me personally, I don't understand NFTs.
Right.
But that's just me. That's just my opinion.
Digital art.
Yeah. So I understand. On one hand, I do understand where NFTs are coming from. You know, it's now a way for digital artists to actually make money and actually make, you know, like, oh, hey, like this is an original artwork made by me. Buy this with crypto. This is the one and only art that I'm ever gonna make. Now, when you make NFTs of things like, I don't know if you heard about this, but you know the video Charlie Bit My Finger?
Yeah.
On YouTube?
They made an NFT.
They made it into an NFT.
Yeah.
A bunch of people were saying like, okay.
Yeah.
There's still downloads of that video. There's still re-uploads of that video.
Yeah, but you get the original of it.
Yes, but when it comes to the internet, if I can still watch that video,
all it is knowing that you have the original. That's all it is.
Yeah,
that's all it is. But you know, I hate to cut you short, but we are on a Megasode.
Yeah, we're on a very big Megasode.
So
right
no,
now.
literally, if you made it this far, thank you. Good evening. Good morning. Fucking, what is it? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, fucking, and
good night.
Good night, you know? Fucking enjoy yourself a good drink. You know, if you literally listen on a Thursday night on an episode. Literally fucking awesomeness.
Yeah. If we get 100 likes
on our next post,
Perez will show one of his nipples. He will do a left nipple reveal.
I doubt that will ever fucking happen. But I will fucking do it. You heard it here. You heard it here first. And, you know, thank you guys. And stay tuned till next time, you know? All right. Goodbye.
I love you.